Hi guys, I think you guys should have known this by now. Um, I know a lot of other YouTubers might have done this video, but I just want to do a follow-up catch-up with this situation where a lot of these things that probably you guys need to know before you ever think of stepping into the store and buy Cyberpunk 27 2077. So what this Cyberpunk 2077 was initially come into 2018 E3 when most of the game is some sort of like a showcase and everything like 2 years ago. Prior to that, CD Projekt supposed to make this 4K scenery. From my screen you can see the trailer is running, and the end of the game, like the official release game, is a big disappointment. I'm sorry to say so, but a terrible mistake as well. Even CD Projekt made a statement saying sorry to all players because of the big mishap or so-called unfortunate disaster, or make it so horrible. I think you should see from your end on my screen, the thing does represent like 4K display, 4K gameplay, 4K graphic. Graphically, looking at this, I know from a fact that it's impossible. Like, very impossible. I'm sorry to say so, it's very, very impossible. I myself thought they're not going to cause this mistake, and probably they will learn from the biggest mistake ever previously, and the predecessor beforehand, boy, a big flop. I honestly never thought of this coming to this kind of pace, that A is supposed to be delay game, and they should have make some serious thinking whether this is a big flop or not. And why I mute the trailer is because the sound is so-called copyright. So I have no choice. I have to disable all the sound effect on the end. But another hand, as you guys can see, the trailer and graphic, I mean, from a standpoint, the graphic is terrible, and the pro launch was 14 December. And 14 December comes, boy. Those that pre-purchased the game or previously bought the game, like pre-ordered the game and bought it on PS4 and Xbox X or Xbox One, the Pro console will tell you honestly, if you go and see the graphic, is terrible. Not even the same trailer, not even the sarcastic images can tell you how nice the thing is supposed to be, but ended up, CD Projekt made a big mistake. A very big mistake rushing out the game, and not just big mistake I ever seen, but I have no freaking idea that this ever happens until I read this. important update. It clearly said, "Dear gamers, I wanna like quickly highlight this real quick. It says, "Dear gamers, first of all, we would like to start to apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last gen consoles before it premiered, and in consequences not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Second, we will fix bugs and crashes and improve the overall experience. The first round of update has been released and the next one is coming within the next 7 days. Expect more as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready after in January. The following patch number 2 February together this should fix most prominent problem games are facing on last gen console. We will inform you about the content and patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last gen console look like running on a high spec PC next gen console, but it will be closer to the experience than it's now." And they even state saying, "Finally, we would always like everyone who buy our games to be certified with their purchase. We would appreciate if you would give it a chance. But if you're not pleased with the game on your console and don't want to wait to update, you can opt to refund." And respectively for boxes version, all those PS4 and PS5, no matter what kind of generation game console you got, except for the PC. I'm sorry for the PC version that you bought the game, you will still regularly get an update, but if you want, you can try to contact and do a refund, but otherwise you can keep the game. It's up to you, this one. So they said as, "Please try to get a refund at the store where you bought the game. Should this be possible, please contact us at this email address and we will do our best to help you. Starting from today, you can contact us for a week until December 21st, 2020. Humbly." Wow, the name even come out. PS, PC gamers were also getting a regular updates and fixes improving the game. Really? A big disappointment. Like really, if they thought making a game delay can at least make the hype. The hype is so serious. Like on YouTube, everywhere the banner comes. For example, I make an example, but you guys can see from yourself. I make an example like Ubisoft game. Far Cry 5 initially came is a big hype because of the US scenery, the mountains, the guns, and all sort of crazy things that you can do in Far Cry 5, and even the included editing map, but doesn't include with the DLC. That's a big disappointment. That's where I found the flop. But another hand, this Cyberpunk update is serious. Like, they have this initial update came at November. They say that, oh, they are coming to this gameplay and by like release the game at November, but all of a sudden they make the pause and they said, nope, we want to make sure everything works, but delay to December 14, December whatsoever. They make it so fantastic with the images, with the video editing, graphic, but the end product is a no-go. Like, really? Bugs. For example, the AI character can go through walls, and the AI cannot press the button. They just go through the elevator and get the hell out. And for us players, we are stuck, like really stuck. And then another part of it is driving is insane. Like, for example, GTA 5, but this is more than GTA 5. What you can bargain for is this game. Like, the skill point is there, but it's also broken. So initially, when this thing like Ubisoft, they come into this Far Cry 5 generation and everything, they make the thing stable with QA tester and everything. For example, QA test, there is quarter assessment, there is end game assessment before even a day or 1 week release. There is always a beta gamer tester. I was once a beta gamer tester for one of the Ubisoft games. I won't implement this because it's a one-time experience. Whether you want to try on your own or whatsoever, push into the limit, you can get yourself, but you need to certify that you played at least any Far Cry or Ubisoft games that listed in the criteria or whatsoever, and then they will ask you several questions, and then this several question will determine your fate, whether you're suitable for this kind of job. Is like one-time job, and they pay you by vouchers or whatsoever that they are paying you for. I got myself a $50 for just that day. Honestly, is not something that I would specifically say is fun, but the person that in the QA test, the previous generation that beforehand I go, all of them have the same thing, is friendly people are there. Friendly from cyberpunk, from cybersecurity, from all sort of crazy company from EA. All this came, like, they came and go and test the game, and end of the door, you just can't do anything. They were forced to tell you, sorry, we do this contract just to make sure that you don't qualify to give this information out, those pre-release game, and all sort of things. I myself also seen the contract, I signed it, and I seal with the fate. I just don't care. For the next entire year, I cringe. Like, literally, when the game was not come out, I thought, uh-oh, something is wrong, because Ubisoft haven't announced that game that we tested. And turn out Ubisoft so-called cancelled or forgotten the game. Boy, that was a very, very long story, and I was duped for that. But this is another story I will tell you guys if you guys are interested to that thing. But now back to Cyberpunk is literally this issue can be fixed. I myself don't say IGN, I myself won't say I'm too hyped about this game, but there is viewers that specifically asked me like 2-3 weeks ago before Cyberpunk ever released the trailer, was telling me, hey bro, I heard that Cyberpunk is coming out, you know, and I want you to like buy the game and everything at the PC. And I myself think they managed to make a November delay to December, but they still manage. Let me mute my phone real quick. All the stupid notification I ever seen. Like I said before, my phone initially broke up with text. I wanna say that the game can be fixed, and they did ask me to buy the game, and I said, is it worth $80 for a game that half fixed and half broken? And not just that, the game is bloody expensive. Believe me, I don't wanna buy nearly an $80 game and regret for my entire freaking year. And if you haven't noticed, the game itself, it said can run at this 1050 or 1060 Ti or something further with Nvidia drivers. But had they ever thought of, have any of you thought of, you buy the computer but you turn out RTX 2060 and still you can't even run a decent 100 FPS on a very old game. Even myself, I'm stunned to see that the thing they make the change is ridiculous. Even for me on a 2060, I still even can't reach the 100 FPS. There's no doubt laptop and desktop, different version, different scenario, different power. Still, they managed to make a horrible backup. And they even make it so fantastic. They even said you can run the next generation ray tracing technology. But when I run the ray tracing technology, it's a big flop as well. The thing is just go psycho crazy and cut your... For example, if you run ray tracing, you can expect your FPS to drop until below 40 or below 30. Even the best generation computer can't even run that ray tracing technology. Even some games don't support ray tracing technology, but some does, like Battlefield 5. That's the definition of that. And why in the whole world, I don't want to bash into AMD, but AMD also make a special part where they can't even fix the game to run on a simple computer. AMD Radeon. Boy! If you ask me, AMD Radeon, what the heck is that? It's simple as hell. Is AMD graphic driver card that pre-released with Ryzen 7 and Nvidia. Supposedly this tool is max out for most games, but some games, like for example Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, I can run into 500 FPS with no issue. But after initially I bought Gears 5, I thought, oh boy, I can play this, and the next minute I know, you can drop into 39 FPS, even below 4 FPS, and the graphic is running as fine as possible. I run the test multiple times. It says runnable, but the next thing you know, the big flop in performance. Like the performance drop, and then I initially go and redo the test, and boy, I thought AMD wouldn't cause this issue, but boy, wrong, big wrong mistake. The biggest mistake I cost myself $8 to regret. But initially, I just go ahead and download Razer Cortex, and Razer Cortex managed to disable most of the stupid component that I don't need, and then make the entire changes, make it smooth. Maybe 1 or 2 FPS from 60 FPS to 62, 63, can run into 65 if you're lucky. But some part of the game, you do need to realize that AMD Radeon need to go. Like, go far away from your computer. Like, I don't want AMD Radeon on my PC at all. AMD Radeon comes, everything goes bye-bye. Like, the game won't launch, the game just do this crazy stunt, and the next thing you know, who to blame for? The owner. Because you're the owner of the PC, and you should do the beta test beforehand. And what this really pre-launch, the game you want to play, like Cyberpunk 2077, they said after initially they said 7 days and we'll get a update for this, continue working. But there's another problem where Cyberpunk if Cyberpunk was so open about this game 2 years prior, they should make a QA test like Ubisoft. They should make that QA test subject in server. For example, pre-launch free giveaway or invitation code to gain the test, and then make the test continuously even further down the road. More and more craziness come out. I myself said Cyberpunk could make better, but oh boy. After I hear the big update and flops, really, Cyberpunk make a big mistake, and everybody is bashing them on YouTube is not good enough. But I myself, a Ubisoft game tester back then, I also would say, what the fuck is this trash? I see the graphic is like, compared to GTA 5, boy, that graphic is the same as GTA 5. Not even running on a high-end generation game, not even running on 3078, not even running on 3080 graphic card. I myself would ended up seeing a biggest mistake ever. Like, wow, this is insane, yo. This is bloody insane. They make the game so bad. I myself wouldn't even purchase $80 worth the game. $80 for that game, I myself throw it in the rubbish bin. Honestly, if you ask me to buy a fucking PS4 for Cyberpunk, I would tell you, might as well you make me buy the game after 2 years. Because the 2 years update prior, probably they fixed the damn bug. But now, it's official, like, they launched the game and they managed to make the console broke, like Xbox X, Xbox One. You run the game, the next thing you know, Cyberpunk, bye bye, your PC, your Xbox gone. Like, totally won't start up after the pre-launch. And the next thing you know, PS4 overheating element. Great, good job. PS4, they also make a big mistake for getting the Cyberpunk in the game. It's honestly like a big flop. Like the whole thing, temperature go 40, 50, 60 degrees. Boy, not even 2 hours, the console can even go on high fever. And no point of view, you should blame the owner on itself. If the owner is so stupid to think the game, I won't say stupid, but stupidity. Million of copies sold, but boy, you should really withdraw now. You should withdraw while you got the chance, or you should wait. And there's no guarantee whether this bug fix is gonna be. Oh, okay, sure, the bug fix is there, but definitely there's the definition called you display a trashy game. Look at the trailer and look at the initial game. You can officially see for yourself. I won't lie, you go ahead and take a look at this graphic. This is the definition I wanted. A 4K display. A 4K game. But they don't even manage to make the game look like this. Not even the definition. This is the definition of none, zero, nada. And if you haven't noticed on the very beginning of the video, there's a small little font print over there. Game engine footage. So the game engine is talking about Houdini or whatsoever game environment that they make this trash game. I can tell you honestly, I would never even put a single dollar into this little thing unless you can prove that, oh, the game is definitely 4K, the game is bug fixed, the game is like what they display in the trailer. I myself thought, okay, fine, they make a 2 years delay, they make this, they make that, ended up a big flop. They come, they goes. And I think should not be the owner, the person, the players that already bought the game, but you should also think whether desperate if you want to play the game, correct? But the next thing you know, I won't say Cyberpunk is a bad branding or bad series of the game episode, but myself, if you ask me, Cyberpunk is definitely not for me. Not even my computer wanna run it. Like literally, if I go and run the test, it says fight. But later in the few minutes, run the game and boom, the whole thing run into 40 frames, 60 frames, and then later on drop and make the whole thing. Computer won't boot up the next morning. Or the next time I'm doing a live stream like now, there's no way I can even turn on the damn thing. Like literally, they broke the game to make the console broken. Honestly, I don't say this, but you can go and ask several YouTubers. They have the same experience. and they make a game announcement that, oh, the Call of Duty Cold War broke the game console. PS4 make it worse, but now Cyberpunk make it even more worse. They managed to make the game so trashy looking like GTA 5, and the graphic is like a goddamn potato PC. Boy. I myself wouldn't bother to go for this kind of graphic, but the graphic is very low. For 1080p, 30 FPS on console, what do you expect from this game? This game is called gimmick. Like, for example, this is what pre-launch state. But the next thing you know, Cyberpunk won't be like this. Not even close to this. You can see from this. You can see from the street. It's not even close to this graphic. Not even close to what is in this graphic. They even managed to make this game like half empty. Not even buildings can be viewed on all the screen panel, everything. Even you, myself, my eye will say, wow, the graphic in this trailer is hilariously better. But the next thing you know, you buy the game, very trash. Honestly trash. I don't even understand how they managed to make this and compared to the graphic that you bought in the PC, it's completely shit. Like, seriously shit. I won't say shit to the dumb hole, but really shit to the point that I myself compared to GTA 5. The graphic is so 2012. I don't mind saying that 2012 game is standard back then. But now 4K comes out, everything push, and boy, biggest mistake ever. The graphic is really need to upgrade. And if they want to maintain that 4K display, they have to cut off the size. I mean, the file size can be a little bit downgraded, but 150 G, like, kind of shitty ass thing going on, I wouldn't even bother. 150 GB for that game file is insane. GTA 5 is 90 GB, and I don't even run at a good peak performance. I only run at 60-70 frame. But if this is what they say the game is, you would officially get what is displayed here. But what your end game whatever you bought, Cyberpunk 2077, the graphic is not as close as this. Not even close as 4K, not even close as 1080. I can tell you honestly, the graphic is very terrible. If you don't believe me, go ahead, try the game. Run at the very first trailer, the first beginning to mid of the game, and you will notice several bugs. And without you noticing, actually the studio take your money is already like a gimmick. They pro-launched this trailer 2 years ago to make you so hype and saying we want Cyberpunk 2077, and the next thing you know, a big flop, like I said. Honestly, is blaming, whether you want to blame the company or blame yourself, I think you should totally blame on you, because you're the one who bought the game, not me. I'm not stupid, duh. I myself won't buy the game until I know it's fixed. I myself would hold up for another 2 years or so to make sure the game is already running and able to run at 4K and no problem, and the graphic is improved, then that will be a bigger step that I would prefer to buy. But till then, I initially said to my friend, bro, you want me to buy this game? Can. You sponsor me a copy and sponsor your laptop for me. Sponsor your laptop and ship it to me, then I will buy the game. Like initially it's a 1-to-1 trade. You buy a 1700 gaming PC and send it to me and buy the game, I test it for you. No problem. But the next thing you know, I said, good luck. You probably need it. I myself won't buy this shit. Even you ask me, I myself, as a game tester at Ubisoft, I wouldn't even think of touching this game. I know what's the major flop and I know what's the biggest mistake, and my friend stupid enough to ask me this question, whether you want to buy this game because it look like Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion is about the same. But initially the game, when they launch, blame it on marketing. Marketing and then Pro Advisor, then the presentation, and the graphic leader. Probably the graphic leader take a mind day off, or the mind just switch off that very damn date, that the stock people or the person that sponsor this project studio is pushing the limit, pushing the gimmick, saying that, hey, we cannot launch at November, but try to make this game fix. But they didn't. They push and push and push until the studio can't even take it. They tell that, oh, okay, fine, we just launched the game and whatever happened is gonna be a big flop. Like, they can make it initial, the disaster come, but the thing they can make is two choices is either they can postpone and make the entire bug fix and do the QA test and invite people to play the game first and do a first impression. That's where they can fix this generous enough to let me get a glimpse on this. But they are so closed door, they don't do QA tests, they don't do the beta runs. Boy, I myself is shoot me in the head already. I wouldn't even bother. But the game is just so gimmick that I don't even understand how they even make a 4K display. Oh, I forgot the element of video editing. Very cringe. I myself know how to make this 4K display. I would say that you just give me Watch Dogs Legion and give me another 3 days or so, I would ended up giving you a perfect looking trailer. But the next thing you know, whether the audience will prefer to buy the game. I myself see people from streaming, they showcase Cyberpunk 2077, not bad, from IGN. Then the next very damn day after IGN pre-released the gameplay, NetChat also say on her statement post saying that you guys want to see me play this instead, Cyberpunk 2077. I myself said, are you crazy? $80 game. You wanna waste $80 on a game? asked beforehand, I myself wouldn't even ask Snapchat to play this game. I would say wait until the game is initially like bug fixed and internationally globally given out like 4K display, then I will go out and buy. Honestly, I would say that. I will ask Snapchat to like probably think about this before buying the game. Some of you won't think that's a biggest mistake, but probably a initial that you guys wanted this, but it's up to you. I mean, if you really want this game, you can think about it. But the bug is really bad. I wouldn't even ask for a refund. I would obviously break the disc and throw in the rubbish bin. And the next very damn day, I wasted $80. But you can, they said, for 1 week, you can just officially give back the disc if you don't want to wait. Or if you can't get, for example, GameStop, you definitely can't get anything from GameStop or any of the game store that you bought this game at, but you can gimmickly like email the email the developer, and they will help you to do a refund and everything. But initially, you are considering if you want this, you definitely need to wait for a bug fix. They said 7 days, so give them 7 days, and if by far after 7 days you don't really like the thing, and let's just say the next few days you say 15, now it's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 is your latest thing, you can either push and wait for that update before after 21, then probably they release. But I initially would ask you to seriously think about it, and who knows what kind of bug they fix. They can say bug fix, crash and everything, but further down the road is January and February. But January and February, there's no really date giving you what will be the bug fix. I myself wouldn't bother to wait until next year, but I would initially, if I want that game, I wait until May or August, then I probably buy. But this is ridiculous. $80 for a game. It's a big flop. I myself don't find it. I find it funny that people actually bought this trash can game, but I myself won't buy it. I won't buy it because I don't want to risk my machine to won't turn on the next morning. I experienced Xbox and PS5 and PS4 from stores, but the next person that actually fall into this can be any victim. And the PC won't start, the thing won't start, and who knows what really happens. The component or hardware may be broken. Even myself test the game beforehand and it won't run. Honestly, even if the AMD Radeon is pushed to the limit, maxed out, or the settings are gone, still won't reach to 100 FPS. I don't know how they even do this. You just give me a week, I can do this kind of trailer, honestly. But they take 2 years for a trailer, and not even 2 years, they can not even make a game. They literally make a game that is broken. I myself would applaud. 2 years, bravo studio, what happens? 2 years and you still made the flop. I myself don't make this decision, but I would officially tell you, wait for another 1 year or 2 years, or wait for May or August to come. Sorry. I would say wait for May or August to come, and you get yourself that game, and you will understand better it's worth the $80. I myself won't. I just say that probably you need to think about it before ever launch this kind of game. Whether your computer will turn on the next very day or the next day your PC will be broken, who knows what happened. But if you initially buy a system to run this game, I tell you, you better go and sign up for the warranty first before you ever even think about launching the game, because the game won't work. I won't love it, but I do hope the game really bug fix before the August come around, because August, who knows, I might be buying the game, or I will stick to some other games that I previously wanted, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, this kind of stuff. But I definitely would do a game test first. I would run the test and see whether my PC hardware can run this kind of stupid thing, and the next thing you know, I won't regret. But a big regret is last time. Oh, I thought Far Cry 5 can run on the GTX 1050, but boy, I was wrong. GTX 1050 can't even run it. It managed to run, but it will have lagging issue, can run into 30 FPS, not even 40 FPS. Yeah, trash can. Even on a new RTX 2060 graphic card, Watch Dogs 2 is sort of runnable, but not fully supported because of the hardware. There's a big difference, and I myself think why I wasted $2,000 on my own self to buy a computer that can't even run the game or not supported the game. I myself wouldn't want to do that big mistake anymore. So the very next thing is the best thing is play other games until further sort of bug fix come out. Then you understand whether it's worth the time on waiting on the outside to get a game, or you should prefer to play other games until the bug fix officially come out. I won't say go ahead and give a refund, and the next thing you know, who knows, the bug fix may completely fix the thing, but don't expect the very 7th day they give you everything. Expect further update from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August, I officially might buy, but right now it's too early to say whether it's a big fail or not. But I won't bash. I will say keep it, but keep it aside, uninstall the game, up to you. Then the next thing you know, when the game is officially fixed, then you go ahead and install, and you should run performance smooth. No issue. This will be great. But for me, I don't know. Who knows? I might buy or not. I just don't want to waste $80. I myself wasted too much, and I boycott mobile Battle Pass every month, and it's sponsored by GPC as well. GPC gave me certain amount, and I spend a certain amount. But the next thing I know, who knows? The next thing I know, I won't even bother. I myself won't expect too much on me. I would just say, go ahead, play the game and enjoy. But right now it's a big flop. I will just wait. Even the new Call of Duty mobile bugs need to be fixed as well. From rank match, it's a big disappointment. And further down the road, who knows what else is disappointing. I initially joined COD Mobile because of the zombie mode. And out of nowhere, they managed to remove it. After several months on COD Mobile, I said, good riddance, they removed that thing. But in my heart, wow, what a backstab. My favorite game component been removed. And who knows what else they removed for the past decade of update from season 1 to season 12 to season 13. What next? They even add a tank, they even removed the tank, and they managed to make the guns buffer, and I won't know until I latest run into a shotgun match challenge. I am officially pissed at that damn shotgun. Myself won't even bother to go ahead and run with a shotgun. No sense. Call of Duty is a fast-paced game, but you ask me to use shotgun, pump this, pump that. The next thing I know, you need to wait. Need to wait for 1 or 2 seconds before the thing can be initially launched at the enemy. I myself already died on the floor. I won't officially say or disgrace a game, but if you want, you can uninstall the game first and wait for the update and latest patch. If you want, you can always check on YouTube. That's our best resources. Or if you want, you can see the IGN post, and IGN will give you a better understanding on the statement part. But I myself won't buy it because my computer won't run it. Unless you guys want to sponsor me a computer that can run Cyberpunk, I won't. I just won't. Razer, I know Razer had this Cyberpunk edition for a limited set, about 100 set, but that cost about $6,000 worth of computer. I myself won't run that kind of thing. Even for a big company, I wouldn't ask for it. I just say that run whatever you previously got and wait for it. I myself wait for Gears 5 to get a big discount until $8 that I bought it. I initially bite my teeth, $30 for a game, whether it's runnable, it's a no-go for me as well. So, whoever asks me to buy Cyberpunk, I tell you, you better stop asking me because you already seen yourself. It's a big problem. And knock on the door, yourself is a smash hit because you fall for the company marketing, and the marketing tells you, okay, this one works. But the next thing you know, GG. Your PC won't turn on, your Xbox totally froze. Even better, PS4 won't start. That kind of gimmick I really hate. Well, anyway, I'm out, and I hope to see you guys again on my next live stream. There should be another Call of Duty mobile soon. Another hour or so, or 2 hours time, I will do game. But I do a solo game. Nobody's joining me. You can join me and talk to me. Keep me company and keep me posted on Cyberpunk whatsoever, and we can talk about this on my live stream. No problem. No issue. Just go ahead. Otherwise, stop asking me to buy this game. I don't even want to spend $80 worth this game. I'm saving up for a better idea. Save up for a vacation trip. Who knows to where? Bali? Probably Bali is better idea. But right now, don't buy this game. Honestly. That's it. The end of story. And if you already bought the game and you pre-ordered the game, just uninstall it and don't start the game. You know, big mistake. Alright, I won't talk too much about this game, but I hope you guys have a better understanding why I don't initially want this game. And I did run the trailer with no sound. You can see the graphic changes. It's very terrible. So cheers guys.